But let's just get right to it for this episode, because you know and we know what we're going to talk about first.
Yeah, and just to start, it's been hot in LA.
Oh.
You know, it's not like we just didn't have air conditioning like in general. It's been hot. It's hot.
For LA, it's been.
Well, it's gonna be. It's in
Palm
the
Springs
80s. It's
hot.
not like New York was 105 last week. So.
Okay.
Okay, back to the scheduled programming.
Okay, this is Pat from Memphis, who says, simple question, your thoughts on Taylor's wedding weekend?
Oh, jeez, I'm so
Where do
glad
we
it's
start?
over. Glad it's over, but it's going to continue. Now it's, when is she getting pregnant? I read she wants 4 kids. He made a very perceptive, I
I'll
can't think
get
of the right
into that,
word.
about
yeah.
what happened.
Whatever
Yeah,
happened.
I'll get to that.
He's
But
going to get to it, but I'm glad it's over. I can't take it anymore.
okay, to her point, it was interesting because Friday, wasn't it Friday night that it happened?
Yeah, I guess so,
supposedly?
yeah.
She got so sort of sucked into the swirl of all this that she finally said, wait a second, how did this start? And she wanted to
I
know
Googled it.
what caused
No,
all
I
this.
Googled, well, how did she become so
Yes.
famous and so legendary? And it came back, she basically started sort of like Bieber, you know,
Yeah.
she was online, she
YouTube.
was making videos,
Yeah.
whatever. But I think beyond that, she is such an excellent marketing person.
obviously
That
she's
was
genius.
why, because her voice is not beyond. Her
No.
voice is not
Okay,
Streisand
so
or
we start
whatever,
with
but-
that.
Okay.
She's got a
She's got a decent voice. I
it's
mean,
a
I think
decent
Adele
voice.
has a much better
a
voice
much better
than her.
voice, and
Mariah,
obviously
we
down
go
through
through that
the
whole thing.
years there have been many,
Yeah.
starting with Streisand, who
Yeah.
had a way better voice, a rare, unique voice. I even think Madonna, for all of
had
her
a different,
pop
unique
music that
voice,
she has
yeah.
created, she had a different kind of voice where I liked it. It appealed
Yeah,
to my
it was
ear.
great.
Taylor's voice doesn't appeal to my ear, but I get that there's a whole generation of Swifties who just said she's our goddess. But yet I look at her, this is just me, beauty in the eye of the beholder. I don't think she's drop dead gorgeous. I think she has a round face with big red lipstick, and she's an actor of the highest order. She's always on stage. She's always completely
Ready to mug
prepared
the
for the
camera.
moment. She's thought it through. She's rehearsed it in her mind. I'm on. I'm at courtside at the Knicks, and they're coming back, and we're dancing, and we're doing it. Wait, you're not a Knicks fan. Why are you there? Okay, it was strategic, and it was ingenious for her to be at the Knicks game, but she's always at the right place at the right time. I get all the above. So then it starts to occur to me, Hazel's out. She says, I'm talking to her. So where are you going to go, Hazel?
Anyway.
She jumped.
She's gonna go to bed.
Okay, we hope. The point is, the first thing that caught my ear was absolutely no cell phones at the wedding. And then it dawned on me, it's brilliant, because they are going to completely stage the behind the scenes look at the wedding.
Well, I couldn't believe, I said to you, I would have thought she would have had a pay-per-view type of wedding where they
No.
pay.
No, you need better than that.
Yeah.
You need to go one step beyond
Yeah,
pay-per-view,
yeah.
because pay-per-view is too dangerous, because
It's live.
it's too live.
Yeah.
And things occasionally are going to be not quite right, maybe not go wrong, but not quite the way she would want it, not as scripted as she
Yeah.
would like. But if you bring your crews in to shoot it,
Yeah, you have control.
and you make sure that not a single guest is going to drop a single tidbit of video, that hey,
There's nobody
yeah.
around
Okay,
that's
so
going to do
so
that.
there's not been a shred of video that
No.
has leaked, not a shred, because
And not
they
even any
controlled
pictures of
it.
her
Okay,
dress or...
so now you have the opportunity to shoot it. You can shoot all the behind the scenes. You can actually script it. You can actually have
No, you could.
key guests. You actually give them lines to say to her in the receiving line or wherever, or behind, but backstage before the wedding. You can actually carefully plot out a script for this. Then you shoot it, and then you have time to edit it, where
Right.
even
The way that
you're going to
you
have
want,
creative
yeah.
control, and so she, and if Travis so cares, probably it's just her in complete control, and they're going to carefully edit it
Yeah.
to make it the perfect inside, behind the scenes wedding movie. It's going to be a movie, and if,
It's actually going to be a documentary.
okay, well, but it's
a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's still a movie. It's a I get it because it's real. It's not fake.
Okay. One thing I can't get
Okay,
is
but remember, the point to this is,
Yeah.
what you want to do is you want to have a theatrical release so that the Swifties will flood the theaters.
midnight showing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you want this to go on for, have a, I don't know, 2-3 week run in the theaters, and then you drop it on what is pay-per-view, which is streaming.
And what would be great is people can get married in the theater while they're getting married
sure
on the
they will.
screen.
It'll be a blockbuster wedding movie. That's what will happen. It's wedding as blockbuster, which no one has ever done that before. Oh, God,
No, but
would
you know what I
believe-
can't believe? I have to let her out. But
Okay.
what I can't believe is, how do you have 1,000 close friends? They just invited every celebrity that exists in the world to show up. On that note, I have to go let her out.
Hazel, she
Continue
waits
on.
until we start, and she has to
Continue on.
upstage because
Why
this
did
is
I
the
do?
classic case of the treat pea, where she goes to the door and barks, "Let me out," and it forces Mom to jump up in the creation of Skip versus Ernestine, the taping of, which we do not script out, and sorry, I'm losing my pillow here, and Hazel's going to upstage us so that she can get a couple of treats from her mom for peeing. And she'll go out and squirt like a drop. She can always squirt a drop. She is the best treat peer I've ever seen. She's way smarter than even Taylor Swift is. And here comes Mom back from the pee. The point is that all the guests and 1,000 friends, there's some who didn't go, obviously
Yeah.
Blake Lively and
Yeah.
husband that got sticky with
But everybody
all that.
else went. Paul McCartney. I mean, Bradley Cooper.
Miles Teller didn't go, and now there's some speculation that they fell apart. I
But
don't
how do you
know
have
what.
1,000 close friends?
I don't know.
It's
She had her
ridiculous.
backup dancers there.
I know, but you've had everybody else in the world. There's not a person except us and Blake Lively and Miles Teller who are not invited. I think they just put every celebrity that exists on the planet come to this wedding. So it's star
they were
power.
A-list though.
Yes.
We're talking about Brad Pitt and Paul McCartney.
Yes, Paul McCartney sang.
sang, and Stevie Nicks
I
sang.
mean, it's just, but there are other people that you think, how would she be friends with them? Everybody,
Okay,
anybody.
But remember, Travis has he's cast a wide
No,
net
but I'm
in the
talking about
National
the
Football League.
celebrities that wouldn't be
Okay,
friends
but
with him.
But there are a bunch of football players that he has crossed paths
Yeah.
with, and they are all +1. So remember, there was a offensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, and
She caught the
she
bouquet.
caught the sister caught the
Yeah.
bouquet. So his +1 to Taylor Swift's wedding was his sister. Well, she's probably met Taylor, but she probably didn't know Taylor.
But I'm just saying, you can't be friends with every celebrity just because you're a celebrity.
Well, I think the 1,000's pretty easy to do when you're doing +1, right?
I don't know.
mean,
I don't think she
then
knows
it's times
everybody
2.
in the world. Everybody in the world knows her?
I don't know. I think she knows a whole lot of people. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'll
It
defend her
surprises
on
me that everybody is friends with her.
Okay,
Man.
that's a nice round number of 1,000. But then you read they shut down Madison Square Garden, and
Yeah,
obviously
and-
security had to be airtight
Oh.
for many reasons.
At the same time, the
to keep
World
the
Cup
media
is
out.
going on.
Yes, and so the places of business right
Yeah,
around
the
Madison Square
local-
Garden got completely shut down.
Shut
and there was a
down.
bar owner who said,
Yeah.
we lost completely because nobody can get to the bar.
And he
Yeah.
asked them, can you
Yeah,
work with
can
us?
you
And maybe you
please
want to come
buy
to
us
our
out? Can you please at least give us a fee for the
or come
the
and you
night?
guI have some of your
Yeah,
wedding
right,
party
which
come
they're-
here.
they're not.
And they never even responded, which is really horrible. And they closed down and it was gridlock. And what I don't get it. And here it is, they're bringing in huge air conditioners when the city is on a major, about to
blow yeah.
because of overuse, because it's been in the hundreds.
Yeah.
And they're loading in gigantic air conditioners. How does the mayor, that crazy mayor, let that happen? It's okay to do that while people are afraid that the circuits are going to blow?
Money talks. So
I guess.
if you've got
I guess his
billions,
wife is a Taylor
money
Swift
talks.
fan. I don't know.
All right, but they did donate
Of course they donated
reportedly 26 million
Of course,
to
but
many charities
why do you think
around
they
the
did that
country.
right before they were getting married?
Okay.
So people have to shut up
All
and
right.
say, well, they did donate money.
Trust me, this movie project, this documentary project, will net out way
Yeah.
more than 26
Oh,
million.
without a doubt.
Watch.
Without a
Just
doubt.
watch.
So
She's
in the
back.
end,
Hazel's back. She
they're
went
going to
to
make
bed.
more money than the 26 that they paid
Oh,
out.
this
Please.
is wedding as profit. This is the ability. Has anybody, I don't know weddings, but has anybody ever made money on a wedding? Is there such a thing as making money
Well,
on
I
a
don't know.
wedding?
People
Because
get
weddings
gifts.
are so expensive.
Yeah, but people get
They
gifts and they
did
get
say-
some money, but
Okay, but they're so expensive.
yeah, you're paying almost. Our friend Laura, her daughter is getting
Yeah.
married in August
Oh,
in New York City.
It's ridiculous.
And she's almost up to like $500,000, and she's a doctor, just a regular MD. It's
Yeah,
not as though
she's
she's
not a big
No.
powerhouse doctor.
no,
who's
it's not
got
as though
big
she's a
powerhouse
you know
practice.
whatever. But
No, this is a lot of
this is
money for her.
ridiculous.
And yet, they carefully plotted and staged the wedding of the century. And it, as you said last week, it started to take on or maybe I said it, royal overtones. It felt like
Yeah.
a royal wedding.
It's
and when
like-
they have their first child, it'll be like Prince
Yeah,
Harry,
They
right?
have,
This will
but
be
they're
the next-
bigger than Meghan and Harry,
No, I
who
know.
are royalty because of Harry. But it's bigger than Princess Di, and Princess Di was the biggest royal. People cared about that over here. It's just mind blowing. I
She
think
is
it has to be a
Princess Di.
it has to be a case study. Like it should be a college requisite
You know,
course.
she's in stature, she's Princess Di in this country, yet she's not linked to a royal.
No,
She's married to a pro football player who's really good and is going to
Well,
be
he
in the Pro
wasn't the
Football
best
Hall of Fame.
football
Nobody,
player.
you could argue, is the best pass catching tight end ever, and that's a
okay,
big
but Tom
deal.
Brady
No,
was
he's
one
not
of
like
the best
a quarterback. No,
quarterbacks, and he's not in royal.
yeah,
standard.
It did surprise me
When he
a
was married
bit,
to Giselle, I mean,
No-
she
knowing-
didn't become that.
knowing how calculated she has been, carefully plotting her rise, that she wouldn't go for a quarterback because
Yeah.
the quarterback is the mega hit.
Right.
It's the Brady.
Well, that's what every, in high school, the cheerleader and
Mahomes
the.
was already taken, but Joe Burrow is a stud.
Well, she's dated enough other guys in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true.
She's dated everybody in
No.
Hollywood. So he was the one that, caught the brass ring.
No, but he's got a great personality and he's very likable and he's very
Yes.
sociable where she can take him to events and he can take
Well,
over
I think
the
he
room.
must have
He's
he must have
charming.
kissed the ground she walked on that she wanted to date him.
Well,
It's not as though he was Tom Brady.
no, but he sought her, not vice versa.
Right,
You know, so-
but I'm saying he was not Tom Brady where every woman wanted to go out with him. Who wanted to go out with him before her? What was he? They weren't lining up to date him.
I can't remember if he dated anybody I was aware of.
Well, he wasn't. I'm talking about magnitude of football players that date all the celebrities. Where was he
He
dating?
did date somebody I should remember, but I can't, so that's all you need to know.
I mean, Julian Edelman had more famous women with him,
Yeah,
supermodels,
he
and right.
Yeah.
So I never knew of him that he was some sex symbol football player.
Yeah. By the way, if you hadn't noticed yet, we were not invited to the wedding, just for the
Surprise. Spoiler alert.
And she wouldn't have gone anyway.
Please,
She would have
no.
snubbed the
Please,
invitation. She would have
please,
said no.
no. I do not. I had enough.
She doesn't hate her.
I don't hate her.
And she doesn't hate her music.
I
it's
bought
ju-
one album. I
She
just
did
am
buy
on
an album.
overload.
Yeah.
Like
it's-
I just don't know, when does it end?
well,
It just
it's going
doesn't
to calm
end.
down now until the movie
Well,
comes
I can
out.
tell you because I buy my magazines
Yeah,
weekly,
yeah,
as you
you do.
know.
She does.
I know the next
She's the
round.
last-
This
Last man
no,
standing.
no. I actually
last
go to the
woman standing.
newsstand. And there's a million of people
what
that
I'm
go and buy
saying.
news magazines. I will tell you, this week there will be a barrage of the covers.
Yeah.
They won't have the pictures, but they'll just have somebody's account of they went to the wedding. There are some people that saying they went to the wedding. they showed Mahomes and his wife with what dress they were, how they were dressed to go to the wedding.
Yeah.
So there's going to
Several
be
have posted
something.
what they wore.
What they wore.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez, her gold
Backup
dress.
dancer got blasted for posting her to the wedding dress, not
Yeah.
her wedding dress,
Yeah.
but the one she wore to the wedding, and she got blasted because it didn't look pink, and then her husband had to jump in and say it's champagne pink.
Why, was there a color
I
code?
guess.
Oh, I
it's
didn't read
Taylor's
about a
all
color
pink.
dress code.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, we don't keep
Just
up that
stop
much.
the
But
insanity.
then the other stunner was, wait, Adam Sandler
That's-
is officiating? And my first question was, is he a rabbi? He's Jewish.
I think he is ordained.
Ordained?
Yes.
He's
Well, there are a lot
ordained?
of people that are
Well, I
ordained
know.
to, you know, so he is, and he was their
Just was-
friend.
It was just
I don't know.
odd.
It's just something like, it's like a Hollywood
Although
sitcom.
he
to
gave
me.
Travis a small part in
Oh,
Happy
yeah,
Gilmore
right.
2.
So there you go.
I don't know if it was a trade-off, but they said he was funny, and his advice to him was keep kissing, and I'm sure he was great. He's always great at whatever he does. He's very gifted, but kind
It's
of
a weird.
she is pretty conventional in her choices. She's pretty conservative in doing it sort of the old school way, right?
Sort of, but she did Showgirl as the album, and she's on the
Yeah,
cover
okay.
as a showgirl. So I think there's a different side to her that she doesn't show the real world, as in everybody.
She's so big right now that if she did choose to run for president of the
She
United
would
States,
win.
I think she'd have a
I
real
think she
shot.
would have a good shot,
Wow.
and he could be the
I
vice
wonder if
president.
she would ever do that.
I don't know.
That's
I
such a
hope it's not
huge-
in my lifetime.
Well,
Go
you'd
ahead.
probably vote for her.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for
Just
her.
because she would be
Yeah.
anti-right, right? She'd be more left than
No,
right.
I wouldn't vote for her,
No?
quite honestly.
Okay.
Sorry.
Two quick comments that we saw that just sum up the avalanche of reaction we've received to all of the above. This is from Reflection Howard 156. We certainly have reached peak Taylor Swift.
I think so, but I'm afraid to tell you, I don't think so. I think now it's spinning into a new, now it's Baby Watch.
Yeah.
Remember on Anchorman, how it was
Panda Watch. Yeah.
We've now reached Baby Watch because
Okay.
she said she wants to have a baby
Yeah,
as
okay.
soon as possible. So now, I'm telling you, and she's kind of envious of Mahomes' wife who has the 4 kids.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
don't they have 4? I think
don't
it's
know.
4.
I've lost
And
track.
so, you know, I think there's that, and I like I said, I read she wants 4 babies, so she's got to start doing that now.
She does need to start.
So we're on
and she
Baby
will.
Watch.
And final comment is from @Stevie Gruber, who says there will never be too much Taylor Swift.
Well, God bless you. You got your wish.
Wow.